In the great words of the rapper Drake, they won it back-to-back. If they was referring to the Angelo State track and field teams, well, you're completely right, Drake. The Rams and Rebels wrapped up a stellar weekend at the LST Championships yesterday, a weekend that saw both teams indeed winning back-to-back. It's time now for our KLST Player of the Week, and it really wasn't a hard decision after the weekend series he had. This week's honor goes to catcher Nick Saganowicz. And I guess he just had some kind of grudge against the baseball because he just kept sending them into orbit. Saganowicz hit 5 homers in the weekend series against Cameron, drove in 14 runs, and went 7 for 13 at the plate. Do the math. That's a .538 batting average.
Here in Houston, we are at the half. Sam Houston State taking control in the 93rd Battle of the Piney Woods. 44-14 the lead over Stephen F. Austin. Well, you want the definition of viral? Try what Davion Davis did last week for Sam Houston against Central Arkansas. It made Odell Beckham Jr. jealous. For more on how it all came together, here's Ryan Reynolds.
With the Bearkats' 34-31 overtime victory versus UCA last week came a SportsCenter #1 play for Davion Davis, and it had a lot of people talking. We'll analyze the play right now.
Man, I honestly thought the ball was going to be a little overthrown, so it was either play DB or go up and try to make a play. I only had one hand, well, I had two, but I just reached out with my right one and just happened to come down with it. I didn't know exactly where we were, but I knew we were inside the 10. It put us in scoring position. I think it was next play, Ty actually scored. So to contribute to my team like that, I'd do it any time.
The first thing we're going to look at is this unique formation. The Cats call it the muddle huddle, and it's meant to make the defense off balance. Look at the wall of offensive linemen at the bottom of your screen, and look at how many defenders that draws out to the numbers. Now, this is what Sam Houston wanted. Look at the top of the screen where Davion Davis is left one-on-one with the defensive back and no safety help over the top. Quarterback Ty Brock reads that there's no safety help, and he has a 50-50 ball on the outside with one of the most talented receivers in the nation. So what does he do? He takes the chance and throws it up. Davis goes up and attacks the ball at its highest point and comes down with it.
Ty gave a signal on this particular one out to the wide receiver to let him know what route he wanted, and then he came back and made just an amazing catch. I'm sure it's going to be a SportsCenter, all those kind of things. So pretty cool.
Trailing by 3 in the second quarter, the spectacular catch set the Cats up inside the 3-yard line. On the ensuing play, Brock ran it in from 2 yards out, giving Sam Houston a 7-3 lead. With 27 seconds left in the first half, Brock rushed for his second touchdown of the game, and SHSU never looked back, earning its first Southland Conference win of the season. Ryan Reynolds, ESPN.
Our Ryan Reynolds was there to wrap it all up.
The Wallhawks are state champions for the first time in program history after defeating Blanco 2-1. Ryan Gully came on to get the final 3 outs for Wall, and for the senior, those state clinching outs might be the sweetest of his career. Redemption is the name, and no Hawk is tasting it more than Gully. The Weatherford College commit missed his entire junior year after undergoing Tommy John surgery, an elbow injury he suffered during a select baseball tournament in Arizona. But now, he's back on top.
I got injured in the off season, had to skip an entire year, and just being able to be back here is it's an outstanding feeling. And on top of that, getting to make the final out is just a cherry on top. When Coach Shears called me to pitch, I just didn't think of anything too much. I just tried to relax and do what I know how to do best, and just stay comfortable and get the final 3 outs. I didn't know what to think. I just thought, well, I strike this kid out onto the next one, and then I realized that it was the final out, and from then on, it's just crazy.
It's amazing. I was there the day he told me he was going to have to miss the entire season, and he was heartbroken because there were a lot of expectations last year that we were going to be here and be doing this, and he wasn't going to get to be a full part of that. And it didn't happen that way. It didn't pan out the way we expected it to or wanted it to. But he made sure that he was going to do this year and get back and be a part of this special team. And I'm excited about him, and he's going to be one that we truly, truly miss because he's done a lot for our program.
So things coming full circle for Ryan Gully here in Round Rock. He struck out 15 batters in Wall's first state appearance in 2017. He rehabbed, came back, punched out 10 more batters in Wall's semifinal win yesterday. And then today, he came on and got the final 3 outs. The entire city of Wall will be celebrating tonight. The 2019 3A state champions, the Wall Hawks. From Dell Diamond in Round Rock, I'm Ryan Reynolds, KLST Sports.
One local superstar in San Angelo who's been turning heads on the fairway since she was a toddler. Meet Ryan Honey. The Central High freshman has been driving balls and sinking putts since the age of 4 thanks to her father.
So my dad just took me out on the range and we just started hitting balls, and ever since I've just grown a passion for it and started playing tournaments when I was like 7 or 8 and started getting lessons with my coach Jimmy Tidwell from Brownwood, and it's just gone from there. I just fell in love with it and haven't stopped.
There's one thing the Bells haven't done this season, and that's beat West Texas A&M. ASU is 0-3 against WT this season, and the two teams met head-to-head today in round 2 of the NCAA tournament with a berth to the Sweet 16 on the line. So here we go, fourth quarter, WT down 1. Lexi Hightower with the rock. She drives in and dishes to Megan Gamble, who buries the 3 to put WT up by 2. But ASU continues to fight and stay in it. D. Moore gets the rock down low and finishes with a routine bucket. She had 18 points. A little later, Bells going inside to Moore again. She misses, but Desiree Hampton gets the rebound and bucket. Less than 15 seconds to go now, and Hampton gets the ball and drills the 3 to tie the game. Back up at 60, and to overtime we go. 2 minutes left in OT. Marquita Daniels drains a clutch 3 to give ASU the lead. WT had a chance, only down 3 as time ran out, but Lexi Hightower's shot is no good, and the Bells eliminate the Lady Buffs 73-70 in an instant classic and advance to the Sweet 16 for only the 2nd time in school history. Thanks, Matt. The anticipation is just building here at Foster Field ahead of Game 1 of the NCAA Super Regionals between the Angelo State Rams and the Colorado Mesa Mavericks. I don't know how you guys are feeling in the studio, but I'm excited for this one. I talked to ASU head coach Kevin Brooks on Monday, and he said these two teams are just so identical on paper. There's nothing like a rivalry in sports, the classic Tom Brady and Peyton Manning games. Red Sox, Yankees, Celtics, Lakers. Well, Wall versus Brock is the high school equivalent. The two have met in the Class 3A playoffs the past 3 years, with Brock taking it last year in the regional semifinals.
Have you ever wanted to be an astronaut?
Well, you know, I'm just the sports guy, so being an astronaut was never on my radar.
No?
Probably the closest thing I've gotten to it, though, was I interviewed an astronaut in elementary school as part of the science fair.
Wow, that's neat.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Never launched any rockets or anything like that, but I'll tell you what, the Angelo State softball team was launching home runs today. The Bells hosted Texas Women's today for a doubleheader. We have all the highlights in sports coming up after the break. How about the Lakeview soccer teams doing a little Texas two-step? Yeah. Both the Chiefs and the Maidens claim the district title. But what's next for these two teams? Stay with us for sports after the break.